So we now know that Rick and even Maggie may be leaving The Walking Dead soon. It has been said that Rick may be in around 6 or 7 episodes and Maggie 4 or 5. I think I have discovered the end game and how The Walking Dead can go forward without both of these main characters. But first let me play for you a clip and how Andrew Lincoln described the death of Rick Grimes.
How I want Rick to die. This is how I'm going to do it. Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear it? I was going to say it anyway. So we're going through a desert somewhere, and I jump off the bus. I'm telling it. I'm saying it. He likes it. I'd said it in Madrid, and he went, "Don't tell anybody, because it's good." So in a very heroic act, Rick jumps off. Carls and he's still alive. Don't worry about Carl, him. And maybe that's the last thing I say. Anyway, I jump off, and I'm like kung fu kicking, all the, earn my action figure, right? Halfway through, I get bit. Ow! Doesn't matter. Keep going, Carl. They've gone. Tracks through the desert. High shot. Beautiful. High shot. Anyway, deal with that stuff. I get and I'm dying on my own. On my own, just waiting to die. And and then I'm waiting, I patch up, and then a day passes.
You patch up?
I patch myself up. I'm a survivalist. Anyway, I patch myself up. I don't die. Final shot is, holy shit, maybe I'm the cure. Final shot of the whole thing. High shot. Herd of zombies coming. Rick gets up, follows the tracks to go see Carl. High shot like this. Walking, the herd comes towards him, and they separate. Oh!
I have always said in other videos I have posted that Rick is immune to the zombie virus, and this is hinted within the show. Now let me take you back to an early time in the Walking Dead universe when Shane left Rick in the hospital. Here we have Rick in the hospital, and we can see here his vital signs are pretty normal. Shane is trying to save him. The military has started executing people, and as Shane is trying to save Rick after his gunshot while he's in the hospital, he hears people being executed, and then he ducks down. Now we see through the goggles. It's hard to see, but I'm going to show you. I blew it up. You can see the lines are very jagged. They're very, very jagged. And here's another. I blew it up even more. I'm sorry it's not clear. I couldn't find a good picture of this, but I had to blow it up from the video. So you see the lines are very jagged there. The lines are very jagged. So what does that mean? Well, that means that he has gone into afib. Here we can kind of see it again on this other picture, one of the only ones I can find. He's going into afib. For people who don't know, afib happens before a person dies. It is dying and death. Here I have included a short video to explain this all to the naysayers.
Here the patient is converting to a ventricular tachycardia. I'm going to check a pulse. If there is a pulse, I'm going to use medications and synchronize cardioversion. Here's a patient in V-tach that converts to a pulseless rhythm called vfib. If this picture was larger, I might even call this picture torsade de pointe. It is a form of V-tach actually, and I would check a pulse. But this picture here is a good example of ventricular fibrillation, a pulseless rhythm.
So as you can see, even though it's hard to see, the lines are very different. This is a pulseless condition, meaning you are dead. That is why once the power got knocked out and Shane lay his head on Rick's chest, he didn't hear a heartbeat. Rick was dead. But Rick woke up, and when he did, he was not a zombie. This is because Rick is the cure. So now let's flash forward to the upcoming season. We know that Maggie is very angry at Rick for allowing Negan to live after what he had done to Glenn. Maggie, along with Jesus and Daryl, are possibly planning civil war. So we know that the next season is going to be a flash forward. All the communities are moving forward and growing. I feel that the reason why Rick and Maggie are going to be in so few episodes is because there will be two storylines running in unison. Rick will be moving forward thinking all is well while Maggie is building up her defenses and planning her attacks on Rick and Negan. I also feel that Rick will also meet the lady that Maggie met with the book, and this group will be a nod to the Commonwealth from the comics, but with a twist. They will be strong, smart, but not evil. They will be helpful in order to focus on this new and different storyline. Early in the season, I feel Rick will be bitten, and all of us fans will be like, well, this is Rick's exit. But he will not die. He will get sick, but he will recover. The woman from this new group and her expertise will see that Rick is immune to the virus, and they will begin working on a cure using Rick as sort of a living specimen. Along with the help of the group, it will be discovered that Rick produces some sort of antibody, and they will begin to try to synthesize it. This is when Maggie will attack Rick, and she will be the one to kill him. Because the way the season is set up, she will not know what has been going on with Rick, and that he is the cure. Lying there, dying, Rick may say some heartstring pulling thing like, I was just trying to save you. Rick will die in Maggie's arms. This is when Maggie will be told that Rick is the key. But because he is dead, they can no longer work on the cure, and all is lost. Maggie then will truly learn the lesson of my mercy will prevail over my wrath. Maggie then will tell a story that Glenn told her of how he first met Rick, that he saved Rick from the tank and risked his own life because that is what we do. We save each other. Maggie will then realize that she was blinded by anger and hate, and she made a horrible mistake. The last episode of this season will end with Maggie leaving the group for good. Along with her newborn son, she will leave, and that is how Maggie and Rick will exit the show. This now will lay the foundation for Daryl to take over, because in the studies of Rick, they will have learned a few things, and now the group's mission will be to go out and search for another person with Rick's similar genetic makeup to finally cure the plague for good. From this point on, the story can go in any direction with Daryl in the lead. So I hope you like this fan theory. If you have any questions or if you want to leave me any comments, I appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is David, Zoe Zizzles. Have a good night.